million, like there is always gonna be someone that's gonna bet on you gitu loh. So one of the things that I haven't seen this yet at Stanford, but like, I know like at MIT, like literally people would just like post on like the wall, kayak literally kayak on with like thumbtacks kayak poster gitu. I'm looking for a collaborator for a startup idea or something. People just like, you know, they're trying to recruit people and just like, okay, let's go bring this idea forward, you know. And this just goes to show like how, you know, easy it is to start your own startup. People here are super excited, you know, to bring it forward. And I think that's a very crucial part of like, you know, bringing your ideas to the market, right? Because even if you do academic research, it'll probably take 10, 15, 20 years for it to finally reach the market. But if you have a company that helps, you know, advertise, helps selling, helps like, you know, build that raise funding, that just like accelerates the progress, right? So startup is a very integral, you know, part of bringing product to the market.
I see. Okay, I get a lot of ideas from the, you know, like points from you about the actually Stanford and the environment. So maybe last tips, or you know, for those that want to go to Stanford, like me, you know, like I'm wearing Stanford right now. So like, what is your you know, like tips for those that want to go to Stanford?
Tips.
Or
if I have to quote something, right? If I have to quote something, I always remember what my dad told me, like, you know, years back.
Okay.
So dulu kayak I have a very interesting history about like kayak ikut Olimpiade science.
Okay.
I mean, aku nggak kayak Susan ya. Susan tuh kayak jago gitu, jadi kayak menang terus kan. I have like a lot of ups and downs. So like, you know, like I remember like one time kayak aku kayak mau lomba, I forgot, kayak di Jawa lah, somewhere, either Jakarta or Bandung. And like my dad was driving me to the airport di Pontianak, and like what my dad was told me was just like he quoted a Bible verse, but I guess like you can interpret it however you like. But it's like he quote me like Galatians, I forgot what's the verse, but like it's like you reap what you sow. Kamu petik apa yang kamu tuai. And I always for me right now, I always think of it as like, you know, the amount of effort that you put in right now that eventually bakal kebayar gitu loh. You may not realize that. Okay, I mean, say like for example, I really want to work hard for MIT, right? And somehow I didn't get in, but it doesn't mean that your effort previously doesn't, you know, nggak membuah hasil apa-apa. Maybe down the line, you never know, right? Maybe the effort that you put then will bring you to MIT for like PhD program instead of like undergrad, you know, for example. And I'm always a believer of that. So like, you know, whenever I do something, I always want to give my full effort. And I know that one day I'm gonna reap the benefit of everything that I've like, you know, planted in the very beginning.
I see. Really good quote, actually. Shout out to your dad also, and thankful for your dad. And I think that's really true. I think for me, like what we actually I read a lot of you know, like financials books. So what I would like to use the terms invest, right? Whatever you invest now, or whatever you do now, like you're gonna reap it like in the future, and just do whatever you want, and like just do a lot of things that you think is good, and maybe one day you can get like to Stanford or like Harvard, like MIT and something like that, and just do your best, I think.
And I mean like oh, sorry for cutting, but like I mean, no
problem.
And if you don't believe me, I mean like, you bayangin aja, like aku anak daerah, sedaerah-daerahnya dari Pontianak, and somehow I ended up here, even though I never had the dream. Growing up, I never had the dream untuk keluar dari Indonesia aja kuliah. I never had that dream, right? And somehow I ended up here. So like, you know, I feel like someone's out there definitely watching over us, and if you really, really want to work hard for it, you're gonna get what you want, like eventually.
And I mean, when people hear these kind of things, right, and they will, maybe some of them will say like, because he just won an Olympiad, like, or won medals or something. I mean, that's why he can get to Stanford or like MIT. But what do you say about that? Like, do you think like people that don't have, you know, like medals or like won the competitions can actually go to Stanford? What do you think?
I mean, for the undergrads here, no one won a medal, I think.
Yep.
Nggak ada satupun yang menang medali Olimpiade Science, right? They all went
Okay.
straight from like, I guess some of them are from like international schools, and some of
Oh,
them are
really?
from I forgot.
You mean
yeah.
Indonesians, right?
Yeah, Indonesian. Tapi di kayak apa sih sekolah internasional Jakarta, like the British or Jakarta International School or whatever they're called.
I see.
Yeah, I mean like I don't think medal is a prerequisite. And same with like kayak so there are I think I would say about 5 to 10. I haven't met all of them yet. Like PhD, like Indonesian PhD students or Indonesian nationals. Yeah. And I think I'm probably the only one that won a medal beforehand,
I see.
like back in high school. So like, I mean, obviously, like, if you wanna go for a PhD, like they don't really care about your achievement in high school anymore. They just wanna know whether in college you study hard, or maybe after graduation did you do something else to enrich your life or whatever. But
see.
yeah, medal is not a necessary thing. But like, obviously, if you can go for it, then why not? It's not never gonna hurt if you get a medal, right?
Yeah.
Personally, for me, like competition kayak dulu Olimpiade Sains Nasional, it was never about aku mau menang Olimpiade biar bisa masuk sekolah XYZ. I was just like curious. I just wanna kayak prove that anak daerah nggak perlu pakai pelatihan dan segala macam yang kayak I don't need kayak buku-buku tebal dan textbook segala macam, and I can also compete dengan anak-anak Jawa yang udah more privileged than I am. So I think that was my motivation, and somehow that medal comes with I think with this medal you can probably apply to MIT. It's like okay, sure, why not gitu loh.
Yeah.
But like so like it's not about don't I would say a medal is not
It's not like prerequisites, right? Like,
yeah.
You need to
Nggak
have this and
penting.
you can get this, right?
Yeah. But if you have it, then good. I mean, if you win other things, nggak harus medali on a science juga kan.
Yeah.
If you menang lomba robotik, lomba karya ilmiah, lomba puisi, or those are things that matter, especially for undergrads. They wanna again someone that's more complete kan. If you are like, I'm a model UN or whatever, I'm kayak lomba debat menang gitu, like I think that's also like very important.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah,
Agree with
I guess
that.
I'm just geeky, so that's why I chose to get Olympiade Science. But like, people,
Okay. Okay.
masing-masing punya jalan sukses.
I see.
Yeah.
And actually, even though not just medals, let's say your GPA is like average, you can actually just like really try harder in your GRE or like other like in resume, and maybe you have like experience, and you just emphasize that also. I mean, you can just always if you're not good in this side, and maybe you can just emphasize on the other side or something like that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And GPA, if you think about it, like what does it really like measure gitu loh? I've had conversation with an MIT professor, right? Because I mean, different schools, they have like GPA out of 4, right? But like, what does it really mean? Does the GPA 4 in school A equal to GPA of 4 in school B? It doesn't really translate that way, right? So that's why GPA can never be a good measure of like a student's worth. So that's why they always ended up reading their personal statement and the letter of recommendation, and that's how they know, this student is good, and maybe that C grade in like that one class during sophomore year was just because dulu dia sakit gitu, jadi dia nggak bisa examnya nggak maksimal gitu kan, like who knows, right? So
Maybe
that's not kayak nggak bisa dilihat gitu loh dari GPA. So even like professors at MIT, they don't care, professors at Stanford, they don't care, so again, just statement, letters, and I think that's good enough, at least I think so.
Gotcha. I think that's all for from me that I want to ask to you, and thank you very much, Valen, and makasih banyak udah mau sharing kepada kita gimana perjuangan waktu itu masuk ke Stanford, dan ada dari MIT juga dan macam-macam. So so thank you banget guys udah nonton kita sampai akhir, dan semoga ini informasi menjadi bermanfaat bagi kita semua dan bisa memotivasi kita tentunya, dan jangan sampai discourage apalagi tentang uang, ya kan, bahwa misalnya kita nggak mampu bayar atau apapun dan akhirnya kita menyerah, ataupun kita nggak punya olimpiade atau medali emas atau apapun itu, tetap aja coba dulu. Siapa tahu kamu bisa, ya kan? Who knows, right? So yeah, be positive. So yeah, thank you guys udah nonton, dan thank you banget Valen. So yeah, see you, and yeah, I'll just stop the recording. See you guys. Bye bye.